The tremendous impact that Vajrasana has on the spiritual seeker is not just spiritual, mental or emotional. The physical impact has been noted on 2000 level. Medical Institute did a research on a group of people whom they treated their psychological disorder by the means of Vajrasana, and the other group of people, they treated them with their medical resources. And that group of people on whom Vajrasana was conducted, their progress was really slow compared to that other group of people. But now here there is the small result that had that great impact that led to people following Vajra Asana Prayog for their physical as well as mental treatments. Now the difference here was the other group who responded very quickly compared to that group of people who responded very slowly. Their growth and progress was very slow who performed the Vajrasana, but the outcome was close to perfect, whereas the other group of people, they had recurring symptoms of their mental issues, whereas the people who followed Vajrasana technique, their progress was although very slow, but the result was long lasting and they did not have any recurring emotional problems. Their emotional healing was close to perfect, and the other impact, the tremendous impact what Vajra Asana had on their bodies was their physical well-being. Some of them were obese, they lost their obesity. There was a smooth weight loss after having done those asanas. They had a smooth weight loss, their blood circulations were improved, metabolic rate was improved, their stool passing, people who suffered from constipation, that was also treated automatically, whereas this experiment was conducted only with the aim of checking on the mental disorders and how Vajrasana impacts the brain cells. But this resulted in the overall physical improvement which actually contributed in the brain development also, and hence their symptoms did not recur when they cured towards progress. It roots its origin in the rich Indian yogic culture, and it is so impactful that along with the mental, your physical well-being is guaranteed if you do Vajrasana in the right way. Here, by the yogic breathing technique, your breathing is regulated and your entire chit in Sanskrit, that is your inner focus, is completely focused. Your subtle energy is completely focused on that breathing. Now with the help of what? With the help of your own back, with the help of your own straight back, you take its help to strengthen the muscles as well as sending the right sort of signals to the brain, which then sends the signals to all the cells of your body. And here it is a synergy effect, you can say, with the physical and with the mental wellness. You are actually seeking higher levels of spirituality. How exactly does it work? When your back is straight, diverse thoughts come into your mind, and that slight strain that is there in your straight back when you are sitting complete straight and your tailbone is straight, then that strain stops and prevents from those thoughts coming into your mind, and you again, it gently brings your wandering mind back to the focus on the regulated yogic breathing technique that you are practicing. Here now there is a very minor point which you have to take into consideration, and the minor point is there is a thin line between a straight back and a strained back. Why I said it minor and not major? Because it's so subtle that you won't be able to actually get the difference if you do it on your own without having any past experience of yogic practice. So please make sure to tell your mind that this is a minor difference, and when it's minor, that's where your attention has to be diverted over there, because that minor impact can cause great damage to your body. So when doing it, make sure that the slight strain remains slight. When it exceeds and you feel that no, it is not strain, it is paining, in that case, immediately stop this asana, because you're doing it in the wrong manner either, or you're overdoing it in a way. So make sure your back is straight but not strained. There's a slight strain which you will experience because obviously normally you sit on the chair, you leave yourself completely off, but here you are not leaving yourself, your back is straight and you are doing intentional conscious breathing. And when you're doing something intentionally, that will give you that kind of result. So focus on the straight back, focus on the breathing that you're doing. And one thing, there is this, that your stomach needs to be neither empty nor full. There needs to be a balance. Do not combine this asana with any other dhyana, with any other meditation technique, because this is Vajra Asana is a combination of a spiritual meditation with a yoga asana. So here the two combinations is giving a particular result. Here the rules and guidelines are different from other meditation techniques. So don't do the mistake of combining any two yoga sadhanas without actually having the complete knowledge of it, because in this case this is directly connected with the physical well-being as well as the digestive system of the spiritual seeker, the sadhak also, the human also. So what you have to do is the stomach needs to be neither full neither empty. It has to be in balance. You cannot do Vajrasana with a complete empty stomach. This will completely go wrong. And if you do any other meditation technique, in certain meditation techniques, your stomach needs to be completely empty. And here your stomach cannot be completely empty. So I repeat, do not do the mistake of combining any two spiritual practice without getting complete knowledge and research of it. Alright, so coming back to Vajra Asana, your stomach needs to be in somewhere full, like it needs to be in balance, almost full but not completely full, not at all empty. This will actually accelerate the metabolism rate in your body. This will healthify the passing of your stool. If you're suffering any sort of constipation, then this will regulate it, and with the help of your metabolism, you're going to lose weight in a healthy way also, and spiritual impact is also very, very high. Your concentration level will improve. This is very good for students preparing for any sort of exams, and even normal day to day, a normal common man who is doing any sort of project or preparing for any sort of thing that needs a lot of mental and brain work. It's going to impact. Do this Vajrasana and make the best out of it, because of the physical benefits that it is giving you. Your mental as well as physical balance is the actually pathway to your spiritual growth and higher concentration levels. So in order to gain higher concentration levels and great mental benefits, do this asana with the pure intention of making the best out of this asana, and do not do it with the intention and the greed that my project will become successful and I'm going to crack this interview, I'm going to become, my brain is going to become that superpower. If you do it with this intention, the outcome will not be as you do it with the pure intention of making the best out of the Vajra Asana and for your overall well-being. Why I say that the niyat and the intention that you do something with, it has the capacity of influence of changing the outcome. In many events I have told this thing, that whatever you do, whichever meditation practice or spiritual practice you choose to actually work on, if the intention behind is not pure, if the intention behind is somewhere confused, then that is the signals that your subconscious will take in and it will send to the brain, and the brain will further spread in the cells of your body. The purity of the intention has that power which can actually make or break the end result of any practice, of any action, of anything that you do for the betterment of your life. So do it, make the best out of it. There is one thing, if you overdo it, because young people, when they are their bones are very strong, they think that I can overdo, I can do it for hours, sitting and doing it for hours will end up giving you some sort of knee problems, and it's going to cause some sort of damage to you, which will be subtle, which will be unknown, and with the later age, with the growing stage of your life, you will get to know the damage that has caused. Don't overdo anything. Overdoing anything doesn't yield good results. If there are any elderly people, then I suggest that if you have any sort of knee issues, avoid doing Vajrasana or do with the guidance of your doctor, because Vajrasana is directly connected with the knee, and it can trigger a knee problem if not done in the right way, or if you overdo it. So please make sure, if you have any sort of knee ailment, knee issue, then take care of it and take the help and the guidance of any doctor before practicing Vajrasana. And for young people or people who are elderly but they don't have any knee issue, don't overdo it. Physically fit doesn't mean that you are allowed to overdo any yoga sadhana, especially when it comes to yogic culture. Every asana has a depth, and it is not just limited to physical exercise. This goes much beyond, and it actually work on the mind, body and soul together. So do not experiment with any yoga asana, do not overdo it. And the time duration which you can actually increase with time is that when you begin, do it with 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and gradually it should be very smooth. The increase of the time and the fluctuation of the time should be very, very smooth, and it should not have any jerk, or it should not be sudden. It has to go smooth. Only then will you actually reap the benefits of Vajrasana sadhana. It is that meditation technique which is actually combined with a dhyana is getting combined. Dhyana is pure meditation where you leave your body loose, and it is opposite of that. It is Vajrasana. You're not leaving your body loose. You're keeping your back completely erect, and you're actually making use of that erect straight back to strengthen your muscles and to send the right kind of signals to your brain, which will further spread in all the cells of your body for your spiritual, mental, emotional and the physical well-being and upliftment of your mood in general. And the timing what you have to choose, it depends on your past experience. If you're a beginner, then begin with 5 minutes. Then slowly you can go to 10 minutes, then 15. So the increase should be such smooth, and it should not be jerky at all. There should not be any jerk in these sort of any yogic asanas, because any jerk can cause damage to your sadhana as well as your body and health also. So be very careful in doing it. If done in the right way, this yoga sadhana has tremendous impacts. Even various researchers have proven this fact that yoga sadhanas have actually treated a person who is diseased, and not just mentally but physically the person has become fit on doing it under the right guidance, under the right techniques, and following the techniques in a way which it is supposed to, and not overdoing it. You have to reap the benefit out of it and do it with the need and not the greed. There is a thin difference when you do something because you need something, and when you have the greed for something else. When you have the greed for something, there will always be a dissatisfied message and signal that you are giving to the subconscious. The subconscious is directing it to your brain. Your brain is further sending this message to the other cells of your body. So here the outcome will be completely different. So I keep repeating this thing so that you people get the reminder of it, that anything you do with the intention wrong, the outcome will have that sort of influence, and it will not be as you expected. And because then people, the spiritual sadhak, thinks that what wrong did I do? I did it in the right way, but why the outcome is not as it was supposed to? Because the foundation of any spiritual practice or any action in your day-to-day life also is the motive and the intention that you are setting. That is the foundation. And if the foundation is weak, the outcome cannot be strong. So do it in the right way and make the best of it. You can help your children, your siblings to get a more concentration levels, and you there increase their concentration levels and thinking ability and capacity with the help of practicing this Vajrasana. You can help many elderly people who don't have knee problem, and even if they have knee problem, then they can take the help of a doctor and do this practice in a way, because this practice, this yogic technique, this Vajrasana is one sadhana which has helped many people. Many of my wellness clients have told me the way they have benefited. Their emotional disbalance which they had between them and their children. Some ego clashes have also resolved in a way. The relationships have become improved by doing this sadhana. It is not their focus when they did this sadhana, their focus was not that I will have an improved relationship. The focus was completely I want to overall well-being and spiritual upliftment, and the gradual impact that they had was overall. It was overall. It is not a one particular object oriented technique that one specific physical object you are targeting and doing this asana with that to gain that particular object. No, this is an overall. This is more on a macro level and it's not micro. So do it the right way and reap the benefits of it.